We need to think about post-retirement in athletes. We need to consider the matters to do in insurance and health for our athletes. This needs to be captured in our Sports Act. We are looking at the other developments within the sports, specifically matters to do with federations, their governance issues, their accountability, and that is the views that we want to seek from these people. So we have asked people across the country, anybody who is interested with the sports, stakeholders, let them participate in the near venue, because we are in the 47 counties. We are running between 16th, that is yesterday, to 20th, this is Friday. And we are seeking these views so that they can be taken before the Secretariat. They'll work through them. We shall take them back to the same people to validate before submitting them to the Cabinet and the Parliament for enactment. And we have had issues in some areas where we do have sportsmen and women, either knowingly or unknowingly, they are tested, they are found to be using those facilities, those harmful substances. We have 2 clarion core. We have training camps, specifically in our northern rift, and we have found that we have unscripters, people who are selling those drugs to athletes. So we have given them caution, and the intention is to close down those training camps whenever they are found. And 2, we have also realized that some teams or some clubs, when they go out for their competitions, they end up destroying the infrastructure that has been put forth. And I don't want to name any club. But going forward, you remember we had to deny 2 clubs an opportunity to play because of their past behavior. We don't want to go that route, but we are enacting these laws even today so that we can put it in writing, the penalties that shall be imposed to those who engage on that. They are the ones to meet the cost of the repair for the damages that shall be done by their funds. And going forward, we intend even to deregister some of those clubs. So we want to discipline in this sector.
We recently passed what we call Murang'a County Sports and Talents Bill. It's now an act because it was signed by our governor a few months ago. And we are currently waiting for funds from national government so that we can make it effective. At the Murang'a County Sports Act, it will now be mandatory for Murang'a County government now and even in years to come to set aside funds meant for sports and talents. This financial year, we have set aside the funds, and we are waiting for the funds from national government so that we can kick off all the sporting activities in all our 35 wards. So, dear youths of Murang'a, please note that we are having now the wards committee in place. We now have Murang'a County Sports Committee in place, and in a few weeks to come, we are going to kick off the sporting activities.
The sports policy was passed in 2002, and we're now in 2025. That is 23 years ago. Definitely a lot of things have happened. The Sports Act was also passed or enacted in 2013. Between 2013 and now, we know that we have had county governments coming in, and county governments have had, successive other county governments since the first election in 2013. And so therefore, we are interested in looking at the legislative framework. How does it work, especially with the interface between national and county governments in terms of what their functions are? We're very interested in the agencies that have been established under the law, whether these agencies are working under optimum, whether these agencies are working under premium, and whether they're representing the interests of the sports people. So generally, as a task force, what we're looking at is, 1, are there opportunities to commercialize sports, and how can we do this? 2, we're looking at the infrastructure around sports in the country. How can we harness this particular infrastructure? How can we enhance partnership with private sector? But at the same time, can we have legislations that are going to ensure that we implement sports all the way from the grassroots coming up all the way so that we can ensure that sports people have welfare that actually takes care of them. And as a country, we can be able to actually harness sports, knowing how sports is actually an organic movement. So turnout is good. The turnout is it's exciting for here. For Murang'a, I think what is interesting is that there are a lot of young people, but there's also views from the federations. And I think one area of concern around this whole exercise we're doing is also the federations, how they're being run and how they're being run to ensure that the sports people actually benefit from it. So I'd say the turnout is good, and we're only on Tuesday, and we're doing all of this till Friday. So definitely we're collecting a lot of views. You can see some systemic views that are coming in, but I think so far so good.
So we want to review and look at our federations and we are active view.
Within the grassroots, now that is continuous. And who are we training? Na mkama health certificates. Atuwashi mga kona sadia thirikari nene. Na PS thirikari in every ward they know Murang'a. Na tondu participation. So asanteni sana na Mungu
facilities, they are not safe for our ladies.
Mheshimiwa, wacha nijibu maswali kwanza.
Thank you, sir.
Then institution within the ministry. It has a lot of issues to do with gender-based violence. That is young boys and girls. They are put together and you find that they are molested there. So we have the Supreme Law, which is the Sports Act. You have football and volleyball as they want to compete outside the country. And I said that currently, equally we have realized we have, when they got out of this, our the federation is blacklisted. Now the other region about Kenya. Last week, but one area other Mantangira and
the is structured.
3 or 2 or 3.
We look at that. Then last week,
in all the wards.
we have an office by the name of Gender Protection.